Welcome to Layer the Alchemist, where we discuss all things heavy metal and hard rock. On today's episode, why I do not participate in Record Store Day anymore. It's got me thinking where just a few days ago I got a comment in one of the videos and somebody said something like, are you going to do a video on your Record Store Day purchases? Or I'm surprised you haven't done a Record Store Day video. And I commented that, well, I was away for the weekend that Record Store Day happened, which was true. I was out of the state. I was somewhere else. But then I sort of sat back and thought, you know what? I haven't gone to Record Store Day in a very long time. And it started making me think about why I don't go and why I don't participate in it. Now, first I'd like to say that I think Record Store Day is a great thing. It is awesome. It generates excitement for collecting records. It brings income and gets people to go into independent record stores. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I did a video a while back on my feelings on exclusive records at box stores. I'll remember to put that in the description. I know I say that I'm going to do this with these videos, older videos. I promise I'll put it in the description. I sometimes forget. I apologize. But I think that Record Store Day is fantastic. It gets people to small mom and pop record stores. It helps give them some extra income, attention, and excitement and everything. And I think that's great. And if you're somebody who enjoys it, fantastic. I love seeing my friends posting all their Record Store Day finds. I love seeing my friends getting excited about it and talking about it. I think it's an absolutely great thing. But for me, there's a few reasons why I don't participate in it anymore. All right, and the first one for me, all right, now before that though, I want to show you that the last time I was there when the doors opened, meaning there was something I wanted, I got there early, got in line, and wanted to be there when the doors opened, was for this. This is Judas Priest's Five Souls EP. It was 5 extra songs from the Redeemer of Souls album that weren't on the vinyl. So this was something I was excited about, and I was there. Now, that was back in 2014, so that's the last time that I've been there when it's happened. Now, I have bought some Record Store Day things, but they've been after Record Store Day. I just so happened to be in a store, I saw them, and I grabbed them. For instance, these Jethro Tull singles, and I bought Sleep, The Sciences. I believe this was a Record Store Day version of that. So it's not like I'm against buying anything that comes out on Record Store Day. It's just that I have some reasons for why I don't like to be there when the day is actually happening. All right, and one of them is this whole limited edition thing. And now I understand that when anything is put out on vinyl, it is a limited supply of it, you know, that it's not going to be there forever. But when there's a bigger artist, like if Judas Priest puts out a new album, I know that if I don't buy the vinyl on the day it comes out, I'll still be able to find it a week, months afterwards, sometimes years afterwards. I'll still see these albums in the stores. So I get it that, you know, they're not going to print unlimited copies of these things, and it's the fact that these things are limited edition which makes it exciting for people. You feel like you're getting something that is of limited quality, but for me, it stresses me out because I don't know, and this ties into the next thing, is that not knowing what your particular store is going to have. Sometimes the stores do let you know, sometimes they don't, or they don't know how much quantity they're going to have of a certain thing. You don't know what's going to be where. You see the big list, but you're not 100% sure what's going to be where. That stresses me out. And knowing that if I don't get in there really early now, that I'm probably going to miss out on it. Like I remember this Judas Priest thing. I came into the store, there were 2 of them on the shelf. I grabbed one and a guy right behind me grabbed another, and that was it. If I had walked in, if I was a little deeper in the line, I probably wouldn't have gotten this. Maybe I would have seen it pop up somewhere later, I don't know. But this whole thing of these super limited edition, it stresses me out. And I don't like that feeling. You know, I like going into a record store. If it's a new vinyl, I like knowing that I'm going to be able to find it. For instance, if the last Iron Maiden record, you know, I pre-ordered it. so that I would get it on the day it came out. I didn't have to stress about it, worrying if, where I was in the line and if the store itself was going to happen. They use this expression FOMO, fear of missing out. Well, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that there's only limited editions, and if I don't get there, somebody else might get it, and I'm all nervous. I gotta rush when I get into the store. That's just not my idea of fun. When I go into a record store, I like to relax. I like to take my time. I like to have fun. I don't want it to be a stressful environment, and I feel like with these lines and the super limited edition, it stresses me out. And the fact that I know that if I don't get a lot of this stuff on the day it comes out, that by the time I get home, 10 o'clock in the morning, by the time I get home, it's already going to be on eBay for way more money. And that just makes me angry. It makes me stressed out that if I don't get it, it's going to be super expensive. And so it has turned me off to the whole thing. So it really has to be something. It's been since 2014 was the last time I stood in line to go in for Record Store Day. I don't want to go through that whole tension and worrying and not knowing if I'm going to be able to get what I want. All right, the next thing is and this sort of ties in with that, is the crowds and the lines. When I go to a record store, I like to be relaxed. For me, it's a calm, peaceful, zen-like environment. But on Record Store Day, it doesn't feel like that. There's all these people crowding in. There's long lines outside. People get inside, and if I'm trying to go to the metal section, I'm looking over somebody's shoulder, and it's like I don't like it. I don't like crowds when there's people going in all kinds of different directions. I don't even go to the mall. If my wife wants to go to the mall, I'll sit in the car while she goes inside, because I don't like crowds where there's people going in all kinds of different directions. I could go to a concert where everybody is focused in one direction, but when it's just sort of chaotic and people are all over, moving all over, I can't see what I want. And then if I get up to the rack and I'm looking, there's somebody behind me, so I feel pressured, like I gotta rush through this, or I'm trying to get to something. People are reaching over each other. I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. The lines out front make me anxious. There's people that are getting there super early and everything. It just doesn't work for me. It's not relaxing. It's not comfortable. And I'm happy though that for these stores that they've got people lining up to get inside. That is great for these independent stores. And hey, if you're somebody that likes the thrill of all of this, more power to you. I wish that I could enjoy it like that, but it just doesn't for me. All right, another thing, and this is something I've talked about on my channel, I'm buying less and less new vinyl. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I prefer to have an original. If it's something from the 70s or the 80s that I can get as an original. Now, if it's something that's super hard to find, really expensive, only so many original copies made, like some of the heavy, obscure 70s stuff, I do get that on vinyl, new vinyl, because it's just flat out impossible to find originals of them, or it's extremely expensive. But I just don't get excited about getting new vinyl of things that I already have. If it's a new album that's come out recently or whatever, or it was never put out on vinyl, I might consider it. But even with that, I've talked about on this channel here, quality control. I've gotten too many. It just seems like quality control has really dropped on new vinyl, whether it be noisy, warped, bad packaging. I meant to pull this out and I forgot, but the latest Halford solo album repressed on vinyl. The picture on the front is obviously a JPEG that was blown up way too far. It's all pixelated and ugly, and I'm just tired of it. And I'm also not a fan of picture discs, and there seems to be a lot of picture discs on Record Store Day. I should have pulled this out. I have a Dio picture disc that I got after Record Store Day, and the thing is warped. I brought it back. They gave me another one. That one's warped too, and I just forget about it. I don't like picture discs. They had it on sale. That was the only reason why I grabbed it, and I love Dio, so it's sort of a collectible thing. But I don't like picture discs. I never play them. I don't like having records that I don't play. I'm not a collector in that way. I'm not somebody who buys multiple colors and stuff like that of vinyl. I like to have one copy that I like, maybe two. Even these Black Sabbath box sets, I buy them for the extra stuff. I'm not buying them for the albums. I already got those on vinyl. I'm content with what I have. I don't really collect that way. So for me, the picture discs don't do anything for me, and I'm not a fan of new vinyl, which is what there is a lot of there. Again, unless it's something that like this wasn't on vinyl. You know, that's the reason why I wanted this, because they're unique songs that weren't on vinyl. All right, and the last thing for me is the prices. You know, the pricing of new vinyl, new records, it's just getting too much for me. You can easily drop 25, 27 bucks on a single disc record. Doubles are going for 35, $40. And it's just too much, and it stresses me out that I walk up with 2 vinyls and I'm dropping 50, 60 bucks or more. I get way more satisfaction. You know, I mentioned my upper rack up there. These are some that I just grabbed when I was away last week, and I did go to a record store, just not on record store day, and these are some that I grabbed. And off the top of my head, I think I spent like that's probably about $50 worth of, $50 worth of $50 worth of vinyl up there, and I got 4 records for $50. And to me, that's just way more exciting. I don't, spending 27 bucks unless it's something I really, really want, it is getting too much for me, and it's the other reason why I've backed away from new vinyl. All right, there you go. There's my reasons why I don't participate in record store anymore. And again, please, I said it at the beginning, say it again. I know someone's going to say something in the comments about it. I support it. I think it's a great thing. If you dig it and you look forward to it, fantastic. In fact, I love watching my friends get excited about it. Wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. It's great. It just doesn't work for me. These are the reasons why it doesn't work for me. So let me know in the comments down below maybe why you like Record Store Day. Do you go there? Are you the first person in the door? That type of thing. Let me know what works for you. Is there anybody out there that feels the same way as me towards Record Store Day? You know, one last thing I would say is that it's become so hyped up, and with the people reselling things, and it's just too much for me. And a last thought too is honestly, I don't see many things that I'm interested in anymore. I mentioned I don't like picture discs. I don't like a repressed reversion of something. I do check out the lists, and I just don't see anything that really, really grabs me and makes me want to go out to get it anymore. So, all right, there's my reasons. Let me know why you love Record Store Day, or let me know if you agree with some of my reasons. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, check out my video on box stores that I'll leave in the description down below. And until we see you again, make sure you rock hard, ride free.